Dear students of English language, we welcome you in our lecture 7 English version lecture. We'll study today voice. Today our topic is active to passive based on past indefinite tense and future indefinite tense. Students, in our previous lectures in the series of voice, you went through various rules related to active and passive voice. In previous rules and previous lectures, you came to know how we use uh, chart of persons, means pronouns and cases, and you understood how we identify subject and object. Students, you came to know which helping verb you use in case of present indefinite. Today our topic is past indefinite and future indefinite, and we are going to learn which helping verb we will use in case of passive voice. Now let's begin the structure of past indefinite. The structure of past indefinite in case of active voice is you use second form of main verb and first form of verb in negative and interrogative sentences. If I say in simple words, you use first form of verb with did, and without did you use second form. And second form is generally used in affirmative sentences. Students, now let's see what is the difference in active and passive voice structure. In passive voice, we use was and were, whether we have did in our sentence or not. In the structure of passive voice, we use was, were plus third form of verb. In future indefinite, we use will, shall plus first form of verb in active voice, while we use will or shall, and additionally we use be and then third form of the verb. If we have any adverb after shall and will, maybe, not, always, never, after this we use be plus third form. It means these adverbs are used before be. Student, this is M. Rahman and you are attending ORSA classes of English language. And if you like students our lectures, please don't forget to subscribe our channel ORSA classes of English language. And if you want to get all the lectures, please do this. And if you like our lectures, please don't forget to like, share and comment. Now let's begin the transformation from active voice to passive voice based on past indefinite and future indefinite tenses. Now we have first sentence, my brother did not accomplish his goal last year. When we change an active voice into passive voice, the first thing is we'll have to identify the main verb. The main verb is with did. Did not plus first form shows that it is from past indefinite tense. Okay, we got it. After this, we try to find out the object. Object is a word that answers when we ask a question whom or what or which. The answer of whom, what or which is his goal. And the other method of identifying or picking out the object is you just try to find out first noun or pronoun used after main verb. After main verb, what is main verb? Accomplish. After accomplish, I search the object and find his. His neither pronoun nor noun here, and I got goal. And before goal, I have his some other word too. I mean to say between the main verb and the noun, whatever we have in form of words that will be included with object. I mean to say his will be a part of this object, and this his goal object will be placed as the place of my brother. You know from our previous lecture that subject is sent in the last of the sentence along with by my brother, and by is followed by the subject by my brother. Now at the place of my brother I used his goal. After writing this object here, in nominative case, I used was because his goal is singular. I used was not accomplished. Verb is always used in third form. Last year means the rest part of the sentence because his goal has been sent to the place of subject and there is nothing to write. In this way, I have last year, I have written last year here, and then my brother. In this way, your answer is his goal wasn't accomplished last year by my brother. I have tried to to indicate subject with in green color, object in blue color, and the helping verb and main verb or passive voice in red color. Now let's have a look of second sentence. People spoke English. People is subject, spoke main verb, English is object. Object is taken at the place of subject. English is singular, that's why I use was, because in case of passive voice I have already told you we use was and were as helping verb according to the required subject. Plus third form is spoken, and people will come here in the end of the sentence along with by people. Now finally the answer is English was spoken by people. Now let's see example number 3. Why did Sunil and his brothers not obey me? This is an interrogative negative sentence, and let's first find out the verb. Verb is obey, and the subject is Sunil and his brothers, because this subject is with some other noun, and this is concludingly Sunil and his brothers it will be used as subject, and object is me. Me is written in blue color, and this is placed at the place of subject. Now students, you can see and you can be confused that subject is used in the beginning. No, this object is used at the place of subject, and this is nominative case, and this nominative case is used at the place where it is, I mean where there is subject, you use that object at the place of subject. Maybe it is on the first place, maybe on the second, and maybe on the third. Here Sunil and his brothers, this place of subject is at the place of third, because first place is of help question word, second helping verb, and third subject. And you opt here and you choose object from here after obey in form of me, and you took it at the subject of at the place of subject Sunil and his brothers in form of nominative case. Nominative case means in form of subject, and I is singular, that's why you use was. Why was I not obeyed by Sunil and his brothers? If your subject is in one word, you use one word. If you have more than one words, then you use more words. By Sunil and his brothers, your subject and object may be in noun, may be in noun phrase. Now let's repeat it. Why on the place of helping verb you use was. At the place of Sunil and his brothers I used I. Not is used at the place of not, and obey is turned into third form, and by Sunil and his brothers. Now let's take for example number 4. How many students will you teach? Now generally we search object just after verb, but there is nothing. Now what we will do? We will do, students, you find object when we ask question whom, what, or which. The answer is students. Students is fortunately written in the beginning of the sentence. I mean to say is students is connected with question word, means we have already our object in the beginning of the sentence, so we need not pick any object from the last of the sentence. If your object or subject is connected with the question word, that question word also called a part of subject here. Now what will happen here? Students is connected with how many, and how many is a question, so this question and this object will be combined, and this will be called interrogative. This how many interrogative adjective, and it is connected with a noun. In this way these three words will be called that these three words are used in objective case. So your object is written here, and this question word will also be included with the object, and your object is how many students now will be taught, and this subject you will be written in the end of the sentence. How many students will be taught by you? Now students, the main thing is such type of complicated structures will be taught in the next lecture, and I will collect all such type of sentences, and definitely they will be taught to you. And you don't miss the next lecture, in which you will come to know how to change active voice into passive voice based on difficult structures of interrogative sentences. Now let's come to the example number 5. Will he accompany me on Sunday? It is interrogative sentence based on future indefinite. He is a subject here and me is an object. Now students, uh, you what will you do? You will choose the place of subject. The place is he, okay, and the place of object is me. Now me will be turned into subject. Me is an object and it will come in form of nominative case at the place of subject, and in place of shall we will write will. In place of will we will write shall. Means will is used with he and shall is used with I. So shall I and be will be written additionally because we use be in case of passive voice, in case of future indefinite. So I added beb additionally, and I changed the verb accompany into third form accompanied. In this way our sentence is, shall I be accompanied on Sundays by him? By him, he is subject and it is written in case of uh, it is written in objective case along with by him and question mark. I have a few complicated sentences based on interrogative sentences. Now let's see what these are. How will you complete your course in such a short time? Sometimes students get confused when they come here to identify the object. Now short time looks like an object and your course looks like an object. Now let's see what is really an object of the sentence. When we ask whom, which, and what, the answer of this is object. Now definitely our main verb is complete, and after complete our noun is course, and with this noun I have used your. In this way your course is our object, and this object will be placed after will on the place of you. In this way our question will be, how will your course be plus third form completed in such a short time by you? Now let's see the next example. Why did they discuss the matter with the manager? Now the matter, whether our object is the matter or the manager. The first noun or pronoun is called object. Here uh, the manager is the object of this preposition with, but I am searching for the object of this verb discuss. The object of this verb is the matter. The matter will be placed on the place of they, and the matter is singular, that's why in past indefinite you will use was for this matter. And our finally the structure will be, why was the matter discussed? After writing verb you will write rest part of the sentence with the manager, and in the end you will write subject in subject in objective case with by. It means why was the matter discussed with the manager by them? In the next and last example of this lecture, shall I not call you in the function? Shall I is a subject, you is an object, and you will be placed on the place of subject here you, and I have used shall for I and I'll use will for you. In this way I have changed the main helping verb to. Will you not will remain on its own place, and be will be placed after not before third form, and rest part of the sentence then in the function, and in the last you will use by plus subject, and this subject will be turned into objective case. In this way our sentence will be, will you not be called in the function by me? Now students, I hope you have gone through this lecture very well, and this lecture prove for you to be very useful. And if you want to get all these lectures on your screen, students, please don't forget to subscribe our channel Oracy Classes of English Language. And if you like our lectures, please don't forget to like, comment and share. And please continue with us, and thanks for being with us, and keep on watching Oracy Classes of English Language and complete your entire syllabus with us. Thanks for being with us. Thanks a lot.